guys. Hi, good evening. So, happy almost Christmas. Merry almost Christmas. You know, we are excited about today's show, but we're excited, for the year, the end of the month, Santa and all his gifts. And I'm ready for the elf to go back to the North Pole and go hide around the house. Them parents with them elves on their shelves. I see y'all. So tonight, guys, we have a very amazing show planned for you guys, and we just want to kick it off. So welcome to the show. If you are in the comments, we have 3 prizes tonight to give away, 2 cash prizes and 1 free item prize. So I wanted to get started and just go through that. So this month, actually last month, but this month we're kicking off highlighting Black businesses, right? So a lot of my friends are Black business owners and they're entrepreneurs. So I wanted to actually reach out to them and see if they wanted to kind of advertise their businesses on the show, maybe give away items, maybe give away a discount code, no pressure. I just kind of wanted to, put the plug out there about Black businesses and spotlight them. So the first business we have a very special business tonight. The owner's name is Stakita Tate. Almost said it right. Stakita Tate. And her business name is Created. So Created, is based in Louisiana, and they do a lot of novelty items of created, handmade stuff. That's a picture of Keita. Isn't she just flawless? Yes, Keita, slay. So Keita, this is her website. She repurposes items. She makes things from scratch. So if you've seen me with that pink and green Starbucks mug with the ice on top, she did that. She also created a charcuterie board for me with rose gold flakes and pearls on it. She did the Avengers family mask that we had right when COVID hit. So Stakita is that deal. So today, guys, Stakita is giving away this beautiful tray that she created and repurposed. It is an acrylic tray. It has different an ombre color waves in it. So if you want to win that item, stay tuned tonight. We are so excited to highlight Created and Keita Tate and her business. So stay tuned. Also, we're giving away cash prize to 2 people so they can try this dish, and 1 person is going to win this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tray right here. Shout out to Created. So tonight, like we talked about last month, you guys wanted me to merge 2 different dishes. So we talked about the Kentucky butter cake, which is a type of pound cake, a high ratio cake, and a sweet potato pie mix. So this was that mix I was telling y'all about, that I had 2 desserts in mind that I wanted to marry them together and have a dessert baby. We did that thing. We have a dessert baby to present to y'all tonight. So here's the picture. Here's the recipe. Let's see. There we go. Can you guys see that? So this is the Kentucky butter cake, sweet potato pie swirl. The recipe is up on your screen. This is a 2-page recipe, but we are going to break it down. We are going to get through it tonight. We got this, y'all. We can do this. So let me go back to my picture and let's go into the rules tonight. So y'all know the rules. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it ain't. Will's in the comments, so he can kick anybody out the room. Don't follow the rules. I need y'all to be cool. We are not professionals. We don't know everything that people that may go to culinary school may know. However, we like to cook. We like to have fun. We like to, try different stuff. So be cool. If this ain't how you do it, this ain't how me, Ma, and Peepaw taught you how to do it, don't come for me. Let's remember that. That's rule number 1. Don't come for the kid. Also, be respectful when you're in the comments, even if we don't agree on something, whether it be with me, whether it be with somebody else. Be respectful. People's mamas is in this comments. Somebody's mama is in this comments. Somebody's father is in this comments. Somebody's sister, somebody's daughter. Come on, somebody. So let's just be respectful. Be patient. I do run my own technology over here as I'm talking to y'all and showing y'all the videos. So be patient if I don't immediately respond to your question or anything like that. Just, I got you. And be ready to laugh. We love to have fun over here. We love to cackle and get a little kiki on while we cooking. So just be patient. So if there are any questions, I see we got some people in the room. The contest tonight, how you win, you have to comment. So the person with the most comments will win one of the cash prizes. And for the second cash prize, we are going to figure that out. But we're going to go with whoever comments the most, they are guaranteed one of them cash prizes, right? And we cash app you as soon as you send your Cash App name. We got 2 winners last month, Anna and Chanel. They got their cash as soon as this live ended. So if you want to win some cash, you know what I'm saying? The cash prizes tonight, we are raffling off 2 $25 cash apps. So that $25 will actually cover everything for your recipe. So the cake feeds about 16 to 20 people. So that breaks down, if the cake costs you $25 to make and it feeds 16 to 25 people, if you get 20 pieces out of it, that's $1.25 a serving. Like, I sliced this cake up. I was round Lansing in the truck, giving slices out. Like I was, Mrs. Santa Claus, giving out cake slices. Me and Willie was in these streets giving away cake because this cake was too good to leave in the house, and I'm not trying to be fat. You know what I'm saying? Tuned in. Okay, come on, Brody boy, number 9. Hey. You'll probably see him later in the show. So we have, obviously, people doing reviews later. Brody boy is going to do that. That cake was gooder than a mug. Tell him. Come on, testify. That cake was slapping in these streets, okay? So we're going to get into it. Let me see. We talked about the rules. We talked about the dish. We talked about the price. Everything that you're going to see in this dish is what you probably have in the house. So if there's no other questions, if all hearts and minds are clear, we are going to get into this dish, okay? So bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Can y'all see? I think y'all can see. Y'all can see. So right now, we got Will. He has his sweet potatoes, and he's going to get to scrubbing them. He's going to scrubbing. He's going to scrub. So when you get sweet potatoes, we want to prep those first. That's going to go, they need to bake for about 50 minutes. So we want to clean them. We want to get them real, good to go, because we don't want to just be cooking dirty stuff. That's nasty. We have the royal paint job. We clean stuff before we cook stuff. We wash our chicken before we cook it. Y'all, you get it? You get it? I know you got me. So, come on, Shalina, we in here. All right, we got the replay squad on live tonight. We got Chanel. I can comment anything like my ABCs. You tried it, Chanel. You cannot. I mean, you can, but you cannot. So, after he cleans them, we put them on a cookie board. We pop those in the oven for about 50 minutes on 400. We take our bundt cake pan, and then we get some spray, some Pam Joy spray, and we spray that thing down. You want to spray like you are ashy and you about to go outside in the cold and it's cold. Like your mom will put all that Vaseline on your face. That's how you want this cake to look. Real shine, greased up, ready to give them a high praise, okay? That's how this pan needs to look. Yes, royal paint job. So we want to make sure that all the crevices and nooks and crannies on this pan are, well greased. Then I bought this from Kroger. I shouldn't have said that. I bought it from a grocery store that rhymes with ogre, starts with a K, for $5. Here are our ingredients. I don't know why that brown sugar is in there. I didn't even use it. I be freestyling. Sorry. So this is 3 cups of cake flour. I already measured it. I already sifted it. Put it in a bowl. I'm going to dump it in the bowl. Since it is a high ratio cake and everything is at room temperature, you do not have to adhere to Grandma, Mima, Peepaw's rule of don't do this, don't do that. dump everything in there because this is a high ratio cake. That means that the amount of sugar and the amount of flour you have are almost equivalent in this cake. So that is key to know when you are looking at cakes and trying to figure out, do I need to add my flour last? Do I need to add my eggs one by one? Girl, just dump everything in there. Leave it room temperature. So now we adding in the baking powder. For the people, you know, that have a reformed life, y'all know about that baking powder. So we are just going to keep, what is the purpose benefit of sifting flour? It makes for a tender cake, a tender crumb of a cake. So if you ever had a cake that, isn't sifted, you can kind of tell the difference. If you have one of those pound cakes that as soon as you pick it up, it kind of falls apart, like that thing was sifted. It makes it a real tender, even cook of a cake. Honestly, you can throw flour in a bowl and take a fork and like shift it around a little bit, and that gives you a good little ghetto sift. That's just a little tidbit for me to you. Merry Christmas. So then, do you need to sift the flour? You don't, but you can take a little fork, sift it around, ghetto sift, we good. So because we leave everything out room temperature, once we put all our dry ingredients in there, we want to just mix. I didn't even have to use my hand mixer for this because everything was so room temperature, as it should be for a cake. And it just was so amazing and it just melted together. I didn't even need my hand mixer. I just did a couple flick of the wrist, and y'all know I got carpal tunnel. This was easy. This cake is super, super, super duper easy. So I want y'all to feel empowered. I caught the Holy Spirit. You better catch him on today. So what I just put in there, buttermilk. So buttermilk is what I use for this cake. But when I gave Shalina and her husband James, the prototype, I used sour cream. So I tasted both cakes, no difference. So just to let y'all know. So once we have our sweet potatoes baking for about 50 minutes, Will's gonna pull them out, get them off the skin, and put them in a bowl. So we just want to get the sweet potatoes out, and we want to get them mashed up. So if you know anything about sweet potatoes, a lot of people boil them. I don't recommend that. You lose a lot of that rich sweet potato flavor when you boil them in the water. But when you bake them, oh God, my God, on today, the flavor just multiplies and marinates. So I suggest, if you're gonna do a pie, sweet potato, whatever, not boil them, but bake them. Punch the holes in them, scrub them up, put them in the oven. And when I tell you they peel out the skin, so amazing. And it's just, so good. It was bomb. Yeah, Shalina sent me a whole voice memo and said, this is the one. This ain't the two. This is the one. So thank you guys for being testers for me before I sent it out the door. A lot of people tested this cake before I did this video, and I thank y'all. I think Shalina tasted it. Her husband James tasted it. I think me and Will tasted it. I think Chris tasted it. A lot of people tried this cake before we sent it out the door. I needed to make sure it was consistent and it was good. So can items be to room temperature? What's a good rule of thumb to determine room temperature? So if you're making a cake in the afternoon, when you get up, take the items out. Take them out, put them out the refrigerator, and put them on the counter. If you forget to put something at room temperature, put it in like lukewarm water for about a couple minutes. That'll warm them eggs up, melt your butter down, get it soft. So that's a good rule of thumb. So I think that is everything on the first video. We just took the potatoes out, and then we're gonna mash them up. So in the second part of the video, we're gonna talk about the prep and the layering of the cake and stuff like that. But let me make sure I don't have any questions. Can items be to room temperature? Yep, answer that question. Good rule of thumb to determine room temperature. For the butter, if you can touch the butter and it leaves an imprint, it's perfect. If you touch the butter and it's still firm to the touch, it's not room temperature. For your eggs, they should be not cold in your hand. They should be kind of warm. And for milk, obviously you don't want it too cold. You want your items to kind of like merge and meld together. I'm high-key mad I don't have any of this cake right now. Me too. But I have some extra sweet potatoes. I might be making something special. I might be trying to make a sweet potato donut or something over break. I don't know. I'm off to January 3rd. I am making some red velvet donuts though. So if I make those, I'll let you know. Handed out samples like Nino Brown. I showed it. Me and Willie was in these streets like, gang, y'all want some cake or nah? So hand it out. Brody is hilarious. Yeah, Chanel. He's a whole hoot. So any questions? Okay. So just for the people that were late, we are highlighting a Black business. It is created. This is her website, created.com. Her name is Keita Tate. Her business, Black-owned, women-owned business, and she is based out of Louisiana. She creates everything, like anything you can think of, she can do it. And if she can't do it, sis gonna figure out, okay? So she is giving away this beautiful tray, beautiful tray. She does a lot of custom creations, recreations, repurposing things. So shout out to Keita. Any of the comments that are in the chat are eligible to win any of the items, but the person with the most comments will get a cash prize. So that's how we're gonna do it. The top 3 commenters are gonna get the prize. How about that? How y'all like them apples? Or nah? Nah, y'all don't like them? Don't matter. I do. So that's what it is. We talked about that. We talked about the gifts. We talked about the business. Let's see. I think now we're going to go to part 2 of the video, which is going to be, oh, hey, look. Hey, y'all. Guess who in the comments? The lady who keep me sane, my therapist. Shout out to Miss DeAntoinette McParker in the building, okay? So anybody looking for an amazing therapist, hit her up. She knows what she's doing. Sis got the keys to keep you together. So we are going to get started on our second segment. Can you guys see that? Let's see. Boop. There we go. So we add in the sugar, we mash the potatoes, we add in 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So now we're getting like the sweet potato pie filling together. This, that's evaporated milk. I didn't use a full 1/4 cup. I think I used about less than 1/8 cup. So you got to eyeball it, kind of look at the texture and everything. So you see it's some left. But yeah, sugar, vanilla extract, evaporated milk, and then I took 1 egg. I whisked it. As I say, I scrambled it. Will says the proper term is whisk, but since we got the royal paint job, it's scramble. I scrambled that thing, I put it in there, and then I just hand mixed it up. Shout out to dope therapists. Exactly. These therapists will get you together, okay? Because she told me when I'm right and when I'm wrong, all right? Then we're going to take these cousins right here, nutmeg and cinnamon. And I don't have a measurement. You just sprinkle until the ancestors tell you to stop, right? Because everybody likes a different kind of seasoning flavor. For me, I just sprinkled until, you know, my ancestors told me, enough, my child. You've done, you know, a good job with that one. What's the difference between condensed milk and evaporated milk? I couldn't tell you. I know condensed milk is sweeter and evaporated milk is less sweet. I know condensed milk is thicker and evaporated milk is not as thick. Anna, come on, jump in and help your boy. Help your boy out in there. Brody got a question. So then we take the bottom of the pan. We put a little bit of the cake mix at the bottom to just coat it, just a little bit. Then what we're going to do, we're going to take that sweet potato pie mixture and we're going to put that in there. So this is ready for a pie. If you wanted to make a pie, you could take that sweet potato pie recipe and put it in a pie shell and bake it. But we didn't do that. We are a little bit extra. We are from the Most High God, and we're a little bit unique in all of our skills. So we put it in this cake. Okay, so we're going to put all of the sweet potato pie mix on top of the cake mixture. And then we're going to take the rest of the cake mixture and we're going to pour that in there. That cameraman cold with it. I know, Will, you out here. You so gifted. You better come on. Let them use you today. My God, on today. So then we keep pouring the cake mixture. Even if the pie mixture isn't covered, that's fine. You want to get the rest of your cake mixture in there. This is making me so hungry. Oh, Keita Tate is in the comments. That is the owner of Creative. We've been shouting out all night. You know, sis is talented. Sis went to college with me and Will. Laker for life. Shout out Grand Valley. So yeah. Then once we do that, we want to take a butter knife and we want to do some deep figure 8s into the cake. So you don't want to mix it. You just want to get that marbling effect. So if you can see, I'm hitting the bottom of the pan, but I'm coming right back up. I'm not mixing it. I'm just doing a deep figure 8 to get the marble effect. Listen to me on today. Deep figure 8s for the marble effect, right? So then after we do that, we want to shake our pan. We want to make sure that there's no air pockets that we've missed. Shake it up. Bake it for 60 minutes on 325. And then it came out looking like a cake from Jesus that he just, was all in. So then we take a wooden skewer and we're going to poke holes all in this cake. All in this cake. Still all the money, girl. Still all the money. They ain't getting that. Jennifer Patton out that money. But Jennifer Connors, my God, is a new creature in God. I don't own Grand Valley no money. I ain't giving them nothing. Don't show them that though. So then we going to poke holes in the cake. Poke, poke, poke. This is going to be for the butter glaze that we're going to make and pour into the cake for the cake to drink, okay? Evaporated milk is shelf-stable cow's milk. Thank you, Anna. See, I know you knew. I didn't know. So while our cake is cooling off, we are going to put in a 1/3 cup of butter. We're going to put in, we're going to melt that down. And I was rushing at this point because I had to get this cake to Candace and Darnell before a certain time, and I was rushing. So I was a little raggedy with some stuff, but the cake got there, okay? Did it not? The cake got there, and it was a blessing. One milk is sweet and the other isn't. That's exactly what I said, Miss D. I didn't even know. So then the sugar, we got the melted butter, we throw in some vanilla extract, and I didn't even measure that. Like, I just be vibing in the kitchen to be like, yeah, this look like it's gonna slap. So I don't be knowing. So then once we do that, I think I tossed some water in there too. Once it gets to that little, like a thick syrupy looking thing, we just pour it on the cake while the cake is still in the cake container. So we gonna give this whole cake a holy butter bath, okay? A butter sugar glaze bath. So you just want to pour it in there. I think Will recorded this in slow motion. So, shout out to the cameraman for doing his thug thizzle. The water has been removed from evaporated milk. See, they know. I don't know. I just be knowing one sweet, one not. One can get us to where we're trying to get. One may not get me where I'm trying to get. So then once we cool it off, like I said, I was rushing. We want to take a plate or your dish or whatever, put it on the cake, and then we're going to flip this cake over. Yes, stay with me. Flip the cake over. Flip it, and goodness. So this is where I messed up. I got really excited when I flipped this cake over because everything was going so perfect. And I popped. Look at me. See? Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I cracked a little bit of the cake because I got a little excited and it wasn't all the way cooled off. But like I said, I was rushing. I was trying to get this cake to these reviewers because I was behind schedule at that point, right? I couldn't even make my cookies that day. So anyway, we are going to take this lid off and it's going to, oh my God, it's just amazing. Let me I want y'all to see this without me. That's what I want y'all to see. I want y'all to see this. Don't that look? Oh, see? And that little crack, that's right where I popped it. Being extra, being dramatic, doing the most. When you do the most, you see what happened? You see what happened? But it was still good. So I said, you know what? The devil ain't gonna stop me. Put some powdered sugar and cover up that little crack, okay? That's what we did. And that was a slice. That's what it looked like. I didn't even put a caption there. I don't even know why that's there. But this cake was everything. When I tell you, oh my goodness, that cake was so freaking good. So that is everything. That's the cake. Here's a picture of the final cake. Like I said, I had a little crack at the top. I didn't care, did not care at all, smashed it. But the powdered sugar will save your life. Just a little bit to dust, just a little bit of dusting or whatever to cover up the cracks or any imperfections will go a long way if you don't really care for. And there's not a lot of sugar in this cake. So the sugar's in the, the sauce. So the powdered sugar doesn't add a lot. So here we go. So here's a slice of the cake. Here's a slice, and then here's like the top angle, so you can see like the different layers in there. So now that we've done that, let's get into our review. How about that? Let's go there. Look how good that look.
Smell good. Oh man.
Oh my God.
That thing banging.
It tastes like,
I don't know, but I'm smacking.
it tastes like sweet potato pie and a sugar cookie had a baby. Wow.
It's hidden. Bussin'. And it's moist too. Pause.
So, guys, that's the cake. That is the cake. That is it. There is nothing else to show. But we do have prizes to give away. Shout out to Candace and Darnell, aka Brody Boy number 9 in the comments. Shout out to them for, reviewing the cake and having the cake, because that cake did not need to stay in this house. Okay, like I was snacking on that cake all week, running. It don't help when you running on a treadmill and you get off the treadmill and have a piece of cake. Like, you shouldn't even go on a treadmill. You just eating cake. Like, do something productive with yourself and quit eating cake. That's what I was telling myself, right? So we are going to give away our prizes. So I did not count any of these comments, but I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to count right now. 1, 2. I think Chanel has the most comments. Chanel, send me your Cash App. You got $25. Try the cake. Tell me how it is. All right. I think Brody Boy 9 has a lot of comments on here too. Darnell, send me a Cash App if you want the cake or if you want the tray. Let me know which one you want. Your glasses are so cute. I got these from Zillow for like $2.99, and I put my script in them. So yeah, let me know what you want. Brody Boy number 9 if you want the Cash App or if you want the tray. And then for the third commenter, I believe, Anna, you won. So let me know if you want, well, you get the tray. If Darnell don't want the tray, you get the tray, okay? So I need Cash Apps from Chanel, and I need Cash Apps from Darnell. So give me your Cash Apps, and then Anna, send me your address, and Keita Tate will mail you that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tray, right? So y'all can send everything to our email. It's cookingwiththeconnors@gmail.com. If you have my number, text me, whatever's clever. So I wanted to obviously shout out to Sakita again. Shout out to Create It. That's the beautiful tray that she gifted us with today. That is her website. If you did not win, please check out her website. Support Black-owned business, woman-owned business. Sis out here doing big things. So definitely shout out to her. Thank you so much for donating that. What we're gonna cook next month, we are gonna cook these. I made some brown butter triple chocolate chip cookies from scratch, and when I tell you, these cookies were slapping. Like I took some of these cookies to the church mother that taught me how to bake, and she said, and I took some of that cake too, and she said, oh, you did that. Like, the student has surpassed the master. So that, to me, that was high praise for me on today, okay? So, again, this is what we're going to cook in January. Triple chocolate chip brown butter cookies. And these don't take any time to make. So I may do a 2 dessert menu. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But if you guys want to see me cook something, put it in the comments. Let me know. Yes, triple chocolate chip. They were dark chocolate, semi-sweet chocolate, and white chocolate. And then I took the butter and I browned the butter. And the butter was, it had like a toffee, nutty aroma. So it kind of elevated all the flavors in the chocolate. Like, these cookies slapped. I would have brought Darnell and Candace some of these cookies, but I did not get to make them because I was rushing out the door to get them this cake. So, all right, we're going to wind down now. So, obviously, shout out to everybody that helps on this. Obviously, Will, the cameraman, the sous chef, the storyboard creator and constructive criticism provider. Willie just tastes the food. He said this cake was good. He did like the cookies too. So, shout out to them. And obviously, as always, thank you for watching, guys.